from three, but the Suns actually have better defenders for that small ball action. Now, you guys know I love stats. I love numbers, but sometimes they just blow your mind. We know Steph does damage with his feet. He runs more than any player to get his threes, but Steph Curry also has the shortest average gather and duration, which is catch and shoot on three-point attempts this season at 0.63 seconds per Genius IQ. So he combines the movement and speed with super fast form. Good luck guarding that, Dillon Brooks. I know you're going to use all your tactics up your sleeve.
Absolutely he is going to, as the Warriors try to become just the second 10 seed to make the playoffs through the play-in. So if that is going to be what Phoenix needs to slow down, the key to this game tonight is going to come down to what, Tim?
Yeah, I mean, listen, Dillon Brooks is going to be a main character.
Always.
And he loves that. And by the way, this ain't new. He has knocked out the Warriors in this last playing game before, 2021, when he was with the Grizzlies. You know, and he's got, you know, Slater mentioned, he's got some history. Last year with the Rockets going after the thumb, you'll recall the 2022 series with Memphis when that's a cheap shot on a chase down. The Warriors did not take kindly to that.
I like that.
Him and Draymond have had their share of beef over the years as defensively dominant, big personalities. But Dillon Brooks, you know, he talked yesterday after practice about how much he looks forward to the challenge of Steph and Draymond and Steve Kerr. This is a dude that pokes bears, and there's a couple of bears in the building tonight.
Yeah,
The NBA Today crew just broke down why Steph Curry is a nightmare for Dillon Brooks. And three-time NBA champion Danny Green believes the Warriors will beat the Suns tonight. Let me tell you why. First, let me set the stage. The Warriors are playing their second play-in game in 4 days. They beat the Clippers on Wednesday. Steph played 36 minutes, which is more than he was supposed to. His recovery circuit took about 90 minutes after the game. He didn't practice yesterday. He skipped the optional shoot-around today to prioritize rest. Kristaps Porzingis is questionable with ankle soreness, but Anthony Slater reported that the expectation is he will play. Draymond Green has been cleared. But the real story tonight is Dillon Brooks versus Steph Curry. Tim McMahon reminded everyone that Brooks has history with the Warriors. In 2021, he knocked the Warriors out of the play-in when he was with the Grizzlies. Last year with the Rockets, he went after Steph's thumb. And in the 2022 series with Memphis, he took a cheap shot on a chase down. The Warriors did not take kindly to that. Brooks and Draymond have had their share of beef over the years. Tim McMahon said, "This is a dude that pokes bears, and there's a couple of bears in the building tonight." Shayna, the analyst, broke down exactly why Steph is so hard to guard. She showed how the Warriors' two-man game with Draymond creates wide-open windows. Slam screens, handoffs, chemistry that generates the most points per direct ND off in the league. She said, "This is how you get a shooter some looks. Steph with that much room, it's just a layup for him." But here's the stat that should terrify the Suns. Steph Curry has the shortest average gather duration on three-point attempts in the entire NBA this season. 0.63 seconds. That's catch and shoot. He combines elite movement and speed with super fast form. Shayna looked directly into the camera and said, "Good luck guarding that, Dillon Brooks. I know you're going to use all your tactics up your sleeve." Danny Green, who won 3 championships and knows a thing or two about playoff basketball, was asked how confident he is that the Warriors can win. He said, "I'm very confident if those other guys can play like they did as well." Steph and Draymond were spectacular. Draymond defensively did a great job on Kawhi Leonard. Steph put up 30-something plus points with a minute restriction. But if you can get additions from guys like Al Horford, Santos, and Porzingis showing up the way they did, you have a really good shot. Danny Green then made a bold prediction. He said, "I could see them not only winning this game, but winning a couple games in that first round, too, if those guys show up." Nobody on the scout report prepares for Al Horford to have 12 points in the fourth quarter, for threes. Those other guys really came to play. They gave Steph some help. They gave him an opportunity. But let me talk about the Suns side. Danny Green sigh. The formula for Phoenix is simple. Devin Booker has to have a Devin Booker type of playoff game. Against Portland, he played well, but he let Jalen Green take over and shoot most of the shots. Danny expects Booker to be much more aggressive tonight. He said, "I fully expect Devin Booker to bounce back and have a way better game, a way better outing than he did the other night." However, Danny Green also pointed out that the Suns' defense is different from the Clippers. The Clippers played drop coverage with their bigs. That's barbecue chicken for Steph. The Suns can play small ball. They have Dillon Brooks, Andre Iguodala, Royce O'Neal, guys who can switch, get up around the three-point line, and close the gap. So Steph won't have the same wide-open looks he had against the Clippers. But here's the thing. Even with better defenders, Steph Curry is Steph Curry. He's quickly becoming the king of the play-in. He's gone for at least 35 points in 4 of his 5 career play-in games. And he's doing it on a bulky knee that probably shouldn't allow him to play this many minutes. Anthony Slater, who covers the Warriors, said the team is achy. They're old. But they know the stakes. They know who they're going against. And they know that Dillon Brooks is going to play really physical with Steph. But as Shayna said, good luck guarding that. Tim McMahon pointed out that the Warriors could become just the second 10 seed to make the playoffs through the play-in. That's history. And if Al Horford, Santos, and Porzingis continue to play the way they did against the Clippers, they could make a Miami-like run in the West as the 8th seed. Let me give you my take on tonight's game. The Warriors have the championship DNA. They have Steph Curry. They have Draymond Green. They have experience that the Suns can't match. But the Suns are at home. They have Devin Booker, who is due for a big game. And they have Dillon Brooks, who lives for these moments. The key for the Warriors is the supporting cast. If Al Horford hits 4 threes again, the Suns are in trouble. If Porzingis gives them 20 points, the Suns are in trouble. If Gui Santos makes winning plays, the Suns are in trouble. Because Steph is going to get his. Draymond is going to play defense. The question is whether the other guys show up. For the Suns, the key is Devin Booker. He cannot have another passive game. He needs to be aggressive. He needs to take 25 shots. He needs to put pressure on the Warriors' defense. And Dillon Brooks needs to do what he does best, get under Steph's skin, be physical, and hope that the referees let him play. But here's the thing about Dillon Brooks. Every time he's played Steph Curry in a high-stakes game, Steph has gone off. In the 2022 playoffs, Steph averaged 28 points against Brooks' Grizzlies. In last year's play-in, Steph had 35. Brooks talks a big game, but he hasn't stopped Steph yet. And at 38 years old, with a bulky knee, Steph is still doing things that nobody else can do. Alright, let me wrap this up with some questions for you. Drop your takes in the comments. 1. Do the Warriors beat the Suns tonight, or does Phoenix send Golden State home? 2. Is Dillon Brooks actually a good defender on Steph, or is he just annoying? 3. Can the Warriors make a run as the 8th seed against the Thunder? 4. Does Devin Booker need to have a 40-point game for the Suns to win? I'll read the best comments in the next video. Smash like if you believe in the Warriors. Hit subscribe if you think the Suns are winning. And comment your prediction for Warriors Suns right now. Let's go.